So, you've been playing chess constantly, and you've been using the only opening you've ever bothered to learn with varying success. It's getting boring. You've played against the Queen's Gambit Declined, and the Sicilian Defense more times than any man can tolerate. The encyclopedia of shitty chess openings has been calling out to you in your sleep, and eventually you've cracked. And now you're here. In the next 3 minutes, you will learn how to use the Grob, and basically any other childish, unsophisticated opening, to humiliate your opponents and win the affection of countless women. 3, 2, 1, go. The Grob goes like this. G4, permanently weakening your kingside and achieving almost nothing. Excellent. D5, bishop G2 and bishop takes G4. You're down a pawn with a ruined kingside. So the question is, what now? If you said, develop calmly and play solid, positional chess, congratulations, you are retarded. The plan here is to attack the D pawn with C4. If they take, you win the rook. If they protect it, you play queen B3 and fork the 2 pawns like this. After you win the material back, you develop and consolidate. Basically just wing it. Now, why would you ever do this? There are 3 simple reasons the Grob works. Time, traps, and theory. Time. This opening is useless in any time control faster than 10 minutes. Because half of the advantage comes from the fact that your opponent will lose time in sheer confusion. You can use this to your advantage. In about 90% of games, your opponent will have no idea how to play against the Grob, which means they will play slowly and carefully. If you know the basic plan, you can gain about a minute on the clock just by playing the opening quickly. Useful in 3-minute games, catastrophically stupid in classical. Traps. Even though it is a horrifyingly bad opening, playing the Grob can win you material. People often defend incorrectly, like this, which wins a pawn. You can win a rook like this, and sometimes even this. After you play a few games, you'll see the same mistakes played over and over, and you'll wonder why you ever bothered to play real chess in the first place. Theory. Learning theory is laborious. Playing the Grob is easy. If you're getting wrecked in a blitz match because the guy across from you has been studying the Benko Gambit for 30 years, just chuck G4 at him and watch the tears roll down his face as he struggles to remember the refutation that he never learned. Nobody studies the Grob. This means you already know more theory than they do. Like any problem, the best way of dealing with opening theory is to avoid it. These points apply to all unconventional openings. The goal is to gain time, confuse your opponent, and win by exploiting holes in their opening knowledge. Now, I know you're desperate to ruin your kingside structure and make several severe positional concessions in your openings, but before you do, you must learn the following commandments. 1. Do not play the Grob against anyone over 2,000 FIDE. It doesn't work. Anyone this experienced will have seen it too many times and will probably know more Grob theory than you do, which is basically 0. Only use it in blitz and bullet. Anyone who doesn't count using their fingers will probably beat you if they have more than a few minutes to think about it. 3. Do not use the Grob as your main opening. It is a surprise. It is not your main opening. Now you might be wondering, what do I do if they don't play d5? Good question. If they don't accept your gambit, you end up with what is known in chess as a bad position. As a terrible chess player, you'd be used to bad positions by now, so it should be second nature. So that's how you use the Grob. In fast games, against slow thinkers, it is deadly. Almost everywhere else, it is awful. If you want to learn how to refute the Grob, look it up. It's not my job. If you want to learn more about chess, subscribe to the channel. If you want this unprecedented surge of consistent content to continue, like the video and share it with friends. Keep your eyes peeled for a poll I'll be posting soon. I'll see you next time.